Thank you for coming. I really appreciate you being here. This is a lot. If you guys have been with me long enough, you know that I've said that I'm going to get buried in this jacket. But listen, I mean, we've had so many good times together. We've had just like so many memories and so many shows. But as we all know, all good things die. All good things come to an end. And that's why when it comes to this punk jacket, when it comes to this particular piece of art, when it leaves us, we're going to take it out. We're going to take it out and just, you know, like kind of like the most punk way possible. It's supposed to be another song. It's supposed to be this one. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. All right. Today, guys, you guys are going to be here with me. You're going to hold my hand as we destroy the jacket. Thank you so much for being here with me. So I think before we do this, a lot of you guys are asking, hey, Luke, hey, William, hey, Ezra Cloud. Thank you guys all for being here. Hey, Red, if you're still around. I really appreciate you guys. You're chiming in even before we started. I really appreciate that. So today we will be here. We will be taking apart the jacket because if you weren't on the stream last week, I actually kind of explained why this thing has to go. So I'm gonna give you a closer look here. So as you see, amazing punk jacket. We all love it. We all know it well. But as I used to brag so often, the shell of this jacket was a $20 bonded leather, fake ass cheap leather that is now expiring. Takes about 5 years. If you ever had a fake leather jacket, a pleather jacket, and you've held on to it, it doesn't last. It doesn't last. So as you can see, I don't know if you've ever had a jacket that's done this, but it is falling apart. And a lot of people would say to me, but Jess, like, it's a punk jacket. That would be like so cool. Except that it's falling apart so badly that it's literally like I would wear it and it would be shedding onto me. Like I would leave, I would take the jacket off and I'd be covered in black flakes. I'd be like, what is this? Especially I had to, this looks like garbage. Like I basically peeled and then painted all of this. Again, punk jacket, cool, distressed. Also a $20 Forever 21 jacket, and I just can't do it anymore. Especially because this jacket, when I wear it, it's so important. It's such a look. I'm even shedding onto my second computer. Like it's just dead. It's dead. We're burying it. But before we do, we're going to rob it of all of its metals. So might have been a bit of clickbait, but once we do this kind of ceremoniously tonight, I will be transferring a lot of the design. Actually, I wanted to ask you guys about this. Like, I wanted to ask your opinion about this. I am going to be transferring a lot of the design to a brand new jacket. Should I show you the jackets now? It's too bad that you can't like encase and keep. The thing is, well, actually, So a little bit of a detour story here. I'll actually start telling you the story as we take it apart. So the first thing that I want to do in taking the jacket apart, really quite simple. I'm going to take the buttons off. Pretty easy, right? So let's start taking the buttons off. So this weekend, by the way, I'm terribly sick. I'm sicker. I'm honestly on the tail end of it. I'm coming out of the sickness, the flu, the cold. But I've never been this sick in California before. I probably say it every time I'm slightly sick in California, but this has definitely been the longest and the roughest. It's not COVID. I tested. But we got snot, we got sore throat. So if you see any, if you see a booger, if you see anything on my face, let me know. But yeah, let's do the first thing, and that is taking off some of the pins. We can take a look at all them adorable little coffee cup. Did Valerie, did you give this to me? Valerie, if you're in the house, I feel like you would have given that to me. That's adorable. Live fast, die yum. Little enamel pin, adorable. This is one of the most, what do you want to say? Oh, wow, I glued it on here. Oh, look at that. You can't see that here, but I actually put a little bit of glue so that it wouldn't fall off, so that I wouldn't lose it. But this is one of the most complimented pins on my entire jacket, which is funny to me and very unexpected as well. Oh, no. What am I going to... Oh, no. It's glued on there. I mean, I glued it on to stay. I hot glued it on. Can I cut it out? Do I have to melt it? This is probably going to be a tool we're going to be using a lot today. But this pin, I Love Rehab, as you see, it says I Love Rehab. I'll show you it closer. It actually was a pin that was printed in celebration of I want to say my third feature film that I was ever in. Or second, actually, maybe. It's called Rehabilitation of the Hill, and they gave out some pins at the cast party. That wasn't too hard. Okay. And so we've got this but that's a very like spunky pin to have. So I guess people do really like it. I guess we'll be gluing it again. Oh, I glued this one too. Great. I'm glad they made these. It was a nice little memory, and I guess it was something that that really served me thereafter. So here's the other one, Hills Homes United. This is also from the movie. This is also glued down. I guess I glued all of them down. Did I glue this one down? Yes. I was a good girl. I was trying to make sure that they were staying on. Maybe one day if you have a film convention going on, I can get it signed by you. Okay, let's see. Let me see where you're going with that. I wonder if those pins are from college era Jess. Eventually I want to frame the poster you had from college. What poster? What poster do you have? I know you want to. Which one is that? Because you won a contest, right? Azure Cloud, and I sent you. Is it Brew House? What poster did I send you? That would be cool to know. I don't actually remember. I would obviously I would love to sign it. Honestly, I mean the next place you can probably see me is ARF next year, Austin Revolution Film Festival. There is crud going around all across the country, man. It is. I don't know what's going on here. So this is Indie Oaks. This is a local film festival in Pittsburgh that I honestly I think I was at almost every one of its here. And so here's what it's starting to look a little bit. You're gonna see. It's really weird to see underneath his collar. Okay, let's go over here. Get some of these were given to me by an ex, and usually I get, upset when I see things from an ex, but these are my scary story pins and I don't care. I'm just gonna cherish them because I really, really love this book. Huge fan. the scary stories to tell in the dark are some of my biggest inspirations. The music is fitting. Oh, so scary. So scary. This one is the scariest. I tell everybody about this one. This one has got to be one of the scariest illustrations by Stephen Grimmel. I always forget if there's an R in his name for some reason. I forget how it's pronounced or how it's spelled. And this illustration was so scary to me when I was little that I wouldn't touch the page. I was so scared that I wouldn't touch the page that it was on. And now this has got to be my favorite pin on my entire jacket. And yes, it is glued down. It's really glued down. Oh no, that was easy. What's so cute about this pin is people will read it. They'll read it out loud, and it makes me laugh again. Like when I look at it, I laugh. Then people will read it out loud, and I laugh. So this is my favorite pin I've ever got. Because people read through. They go, I threw up. And it's just so delightful, so adorable. Oh, it's my little pin collection. I've got more down here, so. Wow. I honestly haven't really looked at some of these pins in a while, so it's kind of bringing back memories. Like they've just always been there. Oh, here's another one. There's another scary stories. This glue isn't that hard to remove, which I guess is good for me right now. Because I need to get it off. Oh. It went all the way down my shirt. We'll get it later. Okay. Here's if you've ever seen the cover of Scary Stories, you've probably seen that one. Okay, here we're coming down to what is that glue? That is just like a piece of clay. I don't even know what that is. This pin, I think I got it like so randomly. Like I was in one of these famous shops that I'm sure didn't survive the pandemic. Maybe it did. Hey, maybe it did. It was like kind of like this junk shop on Carson Street. I think, what was it called? Was it Slackers or was that a different one? Oh no, I'm kind of bending it now. Oh no. It's on there good. I got this one's on there good. Okay, this one is like maybe some of these will have to go down with the ship. I don't even know what kind of glue this is. Like, check it out. Like it's like this. I put some like white putty on here. I have no idea what I did. It's tucked away somewhere, but I think it was Brew House. Yes, that was definitely post college. All my film stuff was. But yes. Okay, we're getting somewhere here. Okay, might have ruined this pen a little bit. Hello, Giganto Sacrifice. Okay, we're going heavy on it. As Urkel says, oh man, looking at the Jess Paul memorabilia, I have the Immaculate Reception movie promo unit. Oh, that is so crazy. Oh yeah, the little card. Oh, that's really cool. I have tea today instead of the almighty coffee. That promo we brought those cards to Sundance. Like those were extras from the Sundance run, so that's really, really cool. I'm glad you have that. It's really cool. It's really cool to hear that. Oh, I didn't glue these down. These are newer ones here. No, at least this one is. I ordered a bunch of pins. This is interesting. It says choose kind over cool. Sometimes, specifically online, I can be very short with people. I can be very presumptuous. Like today, I was contacted by this Instagram account that privatized himself and has like thousands and thousands of followers, but is private on both of his accounts. And he was looking to possibly cast me in something. And of course, if you hear that, you're like, oh, yay, great, Jess, you're an actor. But, and this happens often enough that I don't get why they don't think it's not a good idea. But they're like, I like your look. So I'm, and I have some movies in development. And what is kind of discouraging about that is that seems incredibly superficial, that if somebody's like looking for a look, they're just like fishing all over Instagram trying to find somebody, regardless if they're an actor or not. He didn't even say that he like knew I was an actor or saw my acting materials. Not only that, but saying that he liked my look. The first thing I said was like, oh, thanks. Okay, yeah, please send me any material, any auditioning materials or script materials. And I said, but good thing you contact me because I'm about to change my blue hair like drastically very soon. And he goes, he's only doing voice memos, which also is sketchy, as if I can't like screen cap. This is what I'm thinking. I can't screenshot anything. And he goes, oh, I don't care. You don't have to have the green hair. And it's like, well, what else about my look are you so excited about that I am so different looking from anyone else on Instagram? It's like, if you're going to, hey, Matt, how you doing? Why are you getting rid of it? So for everybody that's coming on late, this was a $20 jacket that I bought, not as is. I mean, it was just a black like leather jacket. I added everything else, including the red trim. But I bought it from Forever 21, and it's now shedding. It's falling apart. So we are taking it apart. But anyways, so yeah, this dude sent me memos, and I could hear stuff in the background. He goes, "Oh, sorry, I'm in my home theater. Sorry about the noise. I'm watching a movie in my home theater." This guy, he's saying he went to NYU, even though he's never made a film before, apparently. So I guess the money's coming from, like, he's just out of school. So it's either coming from a trust fund or he got his money in some other way, but he has private accounts. Like, what a tool. What a tool. I can't, I have to say, if you want to flash around cars, if you want to flash around like stuff like that, like money, I guess understand who you're talking to. Don't talk to creatives who have any kind of sense of dignity or style, because it's just tacky. All right, that's enough of my rant. Thanks. Sounds pretty sketch. I agree. How Just Paul drank coffee back in the day? One of the Wrecked Radio business cards has coffee stains. Oh, that's so cute. That's adorable. That's adorable. Okay, I think this is the last pin, unless I find another one. Oh, and it's also glued on there with it's like, it's hot glue, but it's like blackened. I don't know how that happened. Oh my god. Oh, I'm missing pins. I'm definitely remembering pins that aren't on here anymore. Maybe I wonder where they went. Huh. I had a David Bowie pin where he's just like holding a kitten. I don't know where that one went. I feel like, I don't know. But we are taking all of the hardware off of this jacket. And as soon as I'm done with this pin, I will show you the jacket that we are transferring it to. And I want to get your guys' opinions about something. So now you understand, as I've been describing, that I'm going to be deconstructing this jacket because the jacket itself is compromised. I use the word compromised for a lot of things. It's compromised, and we gotta make it anew. So again, I'm going to be transferring it to a genuine leather jacket. And like I've been saying before, as if anybody really cares, I bought all my leather. I bought 3 leather jackets recently, all secondhand. I say that just to kind of endorse not killing new animals. I feel slightly better. I feel like 50% better to buy well, to be quite honest with you, most clothes secondhand, because the textile industry is rife with pollution and excess and fast fashion, bad labor practices. So buying secondhand, honestly, there's enough clothes in the world. There's enough clothes in the world, and the fashion trends always are coming around, so that you're almost never going to be out of style. But especially the leather goods, because hey, if there are dead cow jackets already out there, just at least take the old ones. So this is the last pin that I think that I can see on my jacket, and it's, if you recognize, it is Buffy, which is the cornerstone of my childhood, the cornerstone of my female empowerment. Speaking of not killing animals, I tried tofu the other day. It's not half bad. The thing about tofu is that if you cook it with other things, it will taste like anything else in the pan with, right? I used to eat it at some point. Let's make sure what's, oh no. There's stuff that I forgot about the pockets. These are all my earplugs. That looks weird and gross, but I take these to to the rock shows in case they get too crazy. It gets really loud in there sometimes. But I like literally have full earplugs if I don't want to hear the music, and half earplugs if I kind of like half want to destroy my earbuds. Oh damn! I forgot. I was gonna do an edible before I came on stream today. My drugs. It looks really bad. That's a bunch of sugar that you see in there. But I actually, that's the story I was gonna tell you. I forgot completely to tell you the story. So me and my friends went out on Saturday. Again, I was still really, really sick. But I was stuffed. I was filled. Oh, I need that. That's a piece of something. I was filled with decongestants. Still somehow wasn't working. Here's some screws. These are the little screws that we are going to collect. But I was wearing this jacket as the last day that I was wearing it out to somewhere, and I was going to the Viper Room for the very first time. If you guys are not familiar with the Viper Room, it is just a very famous Hollywood club. And I knew that it was in Los Angeles, but I didn't really know how you got to the Viper Room. It's peach flavor just coming. I didn't really know how you got to the Viper Room. And so a friend of mine, a new friend that I met at a party, he was having a show there. It was like an entire lineup of small bands, which I thought was crazy. That I'm like, wow, so just like small time bands can play at this really, really famous club. And I realized that it was so possible. I mean, it was possible in the sense that this room was tiny. It was really interesting because I'm finding all of the coolest standing rooms in Los Angeles. The Viper Room is tiny. It's 2 floors, and both floors were filled to capacity. I have a lot of cute stories about the night, but I was sitting at brunch on Melrose before that, and somebody literally picks those gummies up off the floor, and they're like, "Here, you dropped this," and everybody at the table was like, "What was that?" I'm like, "My drugs." She just gave me my drugs back. I dropped them out of my pocket. It was really funny. Super glue. I always need this when I have my fake nails on. I do not have my fake nails on today. They need to breathe. Okay, I think that's all the pockets. Okay, so right now I'm going to show you the jacket that basically this will be replacing this one. If you want to see my outfit today, so this is my funeral dress. I love this dress so much. It's like a little baby doll waist, and my mom got it for me. My mom literally got this for me as a present. It's adorable. Okay. So like I said, I bought about 3 different jackets. Really good price from ThredUp, secondhand. And this is, I believe, maybe you guys could help me out, because so this is the one that I believe I will be replacing. Only problem is it's a tad small. It's honestly just right. But if I were to gain 5 more pounds ever in my life, this would be a bit of a struggle. It's not as comfortable as it could be. It fits, but like it's really holding me in. Obviously it's stylish, but I'm like, do I want to always kind of be slightly uncomfortable in my favorite rock jacket? Like, you know, what do you think? I mean, obviously this is supposed to. I don't know if I'd ever, I mean, it looks better when I do that, but that's really hazardous for getting off and on. So this is one of them. I don't know now. I'm kind of, Okay, so that's one. Oh, I gotta undo the belt. And then here is the second one that's kind of a contender. Now this one fits me a lot better, and it actually is a lot more similar looking to this one. So maybe this will be it. Like I was really not considering this one, but I don't know. It has this kind of tubing on this, not tubing, I don't know what you'd call it, just kind of a texture, pillowing on the side. Kind of fits with the kind of industrial theme, and it's much more comfortable, and it has pockets. Actually, I think what is this? Is that mine? Oh, I don't think so. I got an extra hairband, I guess. Okay. I mean, it is secondhand, so I guess that's what we get. But I think I've changed my mind. I think I am going to go with this one. This one looks very similar to this layout, doesn't it? Except for like the pillowing, obviously. But these guys do look much more similar in most ways. Yeah, I think I'm going to end up going with this one. Cool. I'm glad we talked this out. Okay, let's see. Patrick Adams, how's about giving that old jacket one final kiss before it's time to go? Give it a big one with squeaky noises with, okay. Let's see, what else are we saying here? It's got a Wolverine vibe. Oh, Wolverine. I'm like, yeah, I definitely have the hair for it today, but I'm sure, yeah, he does wear a jacket, doesn't he? I go with the comfortable one. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Now, one other thing that I wanted to ask you guys, though. So I was thinking of like basically because this one's getting completely trashed, I was going to try my damnedest to repeat the exact same style, like the exact same paintings. I'm sure it would look slightly different, like obviously, but I was thinking of doing the exact same design on this one and not necessarily passing it off people like, oh, it's never changed. It was always this, real leather jacket. I'll call it like the 2.0. Or do you think that I should really switch up the design? Like, do you think, I mean, a lot of people love this jacket. Like literally it wasn't only, and I still haven't told you the story about Melrose yet, but, like everywhere I go, people, oh, look at him. He's falling apart. People just absolutely love everything. And I do too. I mean, but I'm like thinking like, do I want to completely replicate? Do I want to, like, is that authentic? I mean, it's going to be mine. Does it matter? Like, I don't know. There are definitely going to be things that are going to be different, but I don't know what I feel. Like, should I make up an entirely new design or go with what we know and love? Anyways, so one thing about these jackets, like, I obviously am very known for them. Everybody knows me for these jackets. This is not the only one I have. I have an army one. I started making a red one. You guys helped me out on that. That one is also bonded leather, and it has already started peeling before we even got very far on it. So that one's also going to be trashed. I wonder what I did with it. I think it's over there somewhere. So I'm going to start. So I said that I'm going to take all the hardware off on this. Probably about 30% of the hardware. Honestly, most of these studs are, I'll show you. Most of these studs I hand laid on there. So the ones that you see with the little crosses here, those are the prongs that I basically, with, a screwdriver or with my hands, I was bending in. I don't believe that they can be used again. I will try. I'll take one of these off and see how sturdy they are. But I would assume that once you bend them for the first time, then they're compromised. They get weaker, and they might not stay on. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I care, how much I care. But these that you see right here, these are screws, and they are really high quality, in my opinion, studs. And they're my favorite ones that are on here too. Like, they're the pointier ones. And so I'm going to be unscrewing all of these tonight, as far as I can see. Oh, damn, those are all. Hopefully we can do that kind of fast. And also, we're going to be taking the armor off, the guitar pick armor. That's another thing that people really point out that they always are drawn to, and I'm very excited because again, I've never really seen guitar pick guitar pick armor like that. Okay, this is hopefully this is not going to take too long. That was really easy. Just kind of So what do you think, guys? Incorporate some of the old jacket, but make it a new Jess Paul work part. That's the best. I think that's the best answer, to kind of do a half and half, By the way, I'm typing from a new computer running on Windows 11, catching up on to technology. All right. Coming into the new world. I don't even know when Windows 11 was introduced. Azure Cloud says they usually only have one use. Okay, so you're referring to the little the studs with the little arms. So these are coming off kind of quickly, which I'm really excited about. I think on the next jacket, and I'm glad I didn't do this to all of them, but I'm going to be super gluing on these screw studs, because very often I would find myself I would hear a pin drop next to me, and it was one of these studs falling off of the screws. They can never stay on. I would put them in my pockets. They would fill these pockets. Another thing that I'm really excited about is that I will not be I will actually have real pockets. This piece of shit. Looking good. I'm trashing it, and I'm trashing it. This piece of shit jacket. This is a real pocket. No, it's not. No, this one wasn't a real pocket. I can tell because it stops when I can feel the studs. This was a fake pocket, and I cut the inner lining so that there would be a real pocket. Not a real pocket. Cut the inner lining on this one too. This was the only real pocket. Yeah, this was the only real pocket. And the thing about this too, this piece of shit jacket, in order to get to the Viper Room, me and my friend Ed, we actually scootered, which I love. I love scootering around town, but my jacket was not equipped for this. I had neglected, which I'm glad, because it would have been a waste. I'd neglected to put in extra pockets, which I have definitely done in my army jacket. It has so many pockets, but I'd never put like inner pockets in this one, and I'm glad. But that meant that my Viper Room tickets were they were just sticking out. They were big enough that they were just sticking out of this pocket. And on the way over there, I'm like, man, these tickets can just fly out. And there's one point where we stopped in a crosswalk, or like a stop sign. And I looked down, and they're not there anymore. I lost the Viper Room tickets. And my friend, Liana, was waiting for me. I had her ticket, and she had gotten there. I'm like, girl, I'm still on my way. And I also lost the tickets in the wind. Just, I'll pay for another ticket for you. I sent her like $15. And she's like, actually, you can just tell the girl, like, what happened. I told the girl what happened, which was so nice. Like she just believed me. She believed Liana that I just lost the tickets in the wind on a scooter. Maybe it was such a freaking elaborate story. What else? Oh, I lost the tickets. I almost lost my phone, but Ed put it in her purse. But anyways, okay, so I'm walking down Melrose. We decided after brunch to go and go shopping. And I never walked down Melrose Avenue Street. Let's see what you guys are saying. Oh man, okay, Azor Cloud, you have the greatest idea. Did I miss any? I'm sure I missed some of your comments. I'm sorry, guys. Comment again if it was important. Oh man, I just thought of the greatest idea. If I ever get a chance to buy a VIP ticket for the Pretty Reckless show, I would totally love to have Taylor Momsen sign the Rec Radio card. I would die. I would die. Wait, that jacket had no pockets? That's like a pair of overalls without a pouch. You know what? Just get rid of it. Old with the old, in with the new. Out with the old, in with the new. Yes, I agree. Piece of shit jacket. So anyways, so I'm wearing this out on Melrose Avenue, I think it is. Melrose Avenue, which if you've ever been in Hollywood, this is the first time I've ever been. It's a store that's like half trashy. Like it's kind of a cool trashy. Like it's really where all the punks hang out, and there's all kinds of really cool stores, and art exhibits. Very fun, very cool. And we were particularly going to like crystal stores, witchy stores, really fun. But we kept walking, and actually our friends had to go, so we split off from them, and me and Ed were left to like stop, and we had nothing else to do before the show, so we would stop into these places, and of course I would see these amazing storefronts that were decorated with these punk rock fashions. I'm like, I'm going in here, and I was wearing this jacket. Like I said, I was going to the Viper Room. This was the last night that we were going to be spending. I'll show you guys a couple photos from the night. It's really cool. But on Melrose, there are several shops that are dedicated to artistic, creative, one-of-a-kind punk rock fashion. It's very specific. It's very specific. But that's what they had. And so I would stop in. I was having a great time with people. So here is one of the designers from the guy in the middle is a designer from the street. The guy over here is named Eric. He was in one of the bands. He was in the band that I was seeing at the Viper Room. Obviously, that's me. We all have blue hair. We all had blue hair. And I'm wearing my punk jacket out. I'm doing the thing that I very usually do, which is that I wear a floral dress or a cute dress over underneath my punk jacket, so that I'm both like feminine but also really punk. So wait a minute. Well, where is that picture? Oh yeah. This is me and Ed in front of the door. Don't we look just so killer? So me and Ed, the freaking fashion model, we're walking down the street and going into these stores and just meeting some really amazing artists that were basically either the friends in the like. I wasn't meeting all necessarily the designers. Like half the shops I was meeting the designers, half it seemed like it was their friends. And so, or the people that work there. I mean, they seemed like they were really invested in the company. I'm so glad these are coming off really easily, I guess, as opposed to all the other times that they were just coming off where I stood. If that ever happens, Jess, I'm going to take a picture of it and send it to you. Oh, in the Discord. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And here, let me put the link to the Discord if anybody else wants to join. This is where everybody. Let's see how do I even do that? I'm in the Discord right now. I'm looking at it. Invite people. There we go. So here's the Discord for anybody who would love to join. This is where everybody can. Does that show up? Can you guys see that? I just put it in the Discord or in the chat. But if you want to talk to each other after hours or have me talk to you, because I get the notifications I think I get them regularly, like as they come, and I love to respond to people of this live stream in particular. Like obviously I have all my other social media and I do like to respond on those, but This is my Discord server, so this is what you got. But anyways, so talked to a lot of artists, met some rockers, met some creatives. But in one of the shops, I would say probably one of the more like established shops, they were, again, the owner and the worker, I don't know, they're more than a clerk. They were definitely like invested in the company, like I said. But the two people that were there were just very, very excited about my jacket, and we're talking about consigning. And the thing is, my own dad, both of my parents are just so freaking supportive of my career, and it's the best. It's the best gift I could have ever been given as a human being, to have parents that are just like, yeah, this is what else you can do with your art. And so my dad's like, you should sell these jackets. And there were two problems about me selling these jackets that I was running into. One, as opposed to my fake food that pretty much can fit on anybody's head, if you like a jacket that I'm selling, it has to fit you, or you don't get the jacket, which I think is very unfair to be making these one-off pieces of art. Like, it's one thing to make a piece of canvas that anybody can hang on their wall, but me making these jackets, and then you would say, well, Jessica, why don't you do custom jackets? And that's my second problem. I don't want to do custom jackets. That's the last thing I want to do. I know that sounds like I don't have the time for it. And I've been asked, I actually have stopped illustrating and painting specific things for people half a decade ago. I basically ended one project and said kind of never again. I liked the project. It was fine. But what I would do is that when I'm talking about like my original paint, my original drawings, and this is stupid. It really is stupid. I get self-conscious about my hand rendered art, that when somebody's asking for it specifically, I feel like I could not possibly, I don't know what my deal is. It takes me forever to do because I just feel self-conscious, and then it never gets done, and I feel like a failure. And I did that so many times, and I'm not talking about graphic design. Graphic design is, I'll get that shit done in an hour, but when I have to draw, I feel it just, yeah, it's weird. I'm an artist. I do this all the time, but drawing makes me feel, and again, like, people like my drawings, but I feel like I could never live up to their imagination or something like that. These are the kind of things I should be going to therapy about. But anyway, because I haven't even had really that bad of experiences with illustrating. It's just it's the kind of onus that I'm putting on myself. And what I like to do with my art is come from a place that's unadulteratedly me. Like, the art that I want to sell is literally what's coming fresh out of my brain, and not necessarily something that somebody else wants me to draw, because I just never was good at that. Like, when I was in high school and I was drawing all of my favorite art, it was all things I wanted to draw. I don't know if anybody has a problem like that. Like, I feel like I've talked to a lot of artists that it's been similar. The fake food, not the same thing. Like, I'm very confident in the custom orders about the fake food. We made a custom donut last week. It turned out amazing. She loved it. I loved it. Like, got it done in a timely manner. I don't know. It's just drawing and painting. It's hand rendering that I don't know. So Patrick says, 10 days ago, the old computer we had over 10 years kind of blew up. Thankfully, you were able to get your files back from Google when you returned the old computer. That's great. I'm so happy for you, and I'm so happy that worked out, because that is, man, losing a computer is like losing a lifetime. Like, that's like a house burning down in some capacities in a very quiet way, Like, I can imagine. So I'm really glad that you got a lot of your files back. Luke says, apologies ahead if I'm writing in Norwegian on this chat. Oh, I'm gaming while watching your stream, and sometimes that's fine with me. Well, I'll understand. Azure Cloud says, Jess Paul, the original punk rock artist. Oh, we only do what we want. Isn't that kind of punk rock, though, that I only do art that I want? I guess it is. So basically what I'm saying is that, like, I'm going to be making these jackets, and like, one of the things besides like painting or drawing something that somebody wants me to do is, again, the timeliness of it. When my dad was like, you should sell these jackets, I'm like, Daddy, I don't know what time I have to do that because like one of the greatest things about this stream, and honestly, I mean, I don't have the regular YouTube show anymore because I couldn't keep up with it. But the greatest thing about this stream is that when I'm with you guys, I'm literally doing things that I would have been doing by myself anyways. I'm working on my store. It's all creative, and to me, it's all incredibly fun and hopefully fun to watch. But let's see what this looks like on the outside. So you see all the little dimpling. Let's get a closer look here of where those ones used to be. I want to take off one of these and see what happens. I think some of them might be able to be salvaged. Like this guy is strong. It's a big honker. If only I could move you guys even closer so you can really see what's going on here. There you go. What should I get? A Phillips head for screwdriver? I think that's the answer. Why is it so hot in here? Oh no, here's some scissors that will work. So, I wonder how I got these on. That's a really strong stud. Okay, so that worked. It came off. How strong is it though? I need my pliers. These are so strong. I think I'll keep them in a, like, I feel like they have another life in them. At least one more. Maybe not. Maybe they'll just start coming off. Maybe I'll put them in a separate baggie so that I don't mix them with the fresh ones. Cause damn, like they're even really hard to. I don't know how I must have used pliers for these ones. These, like, look at this thickums. Oh my gosh. Don't look at my nails too long. They're really gross. We're letting them heal. I'm healing in so many ways tonight, you guys. Not only is Jess an artist, but I'm proud to say that she is a cosplayer too. I am the most minimal of cosplayers, I promise you. I cosplay as myself and sometimes Misty from Pokemon. As Patrick Adams will tell you. Actually, tell me, you guys, what do you think a character? What do you think is a character that I would just fit so well as a cosplay? Like, what character would be like, wow, Jess Paul would be that, like a really great version of that character? Because I don't do nearly enough cosplays. Like, I'm maxed out with hobbies right now. Like, when I decide to give up acting, I will have so much more space in my calendar for art. But we're not there quite yet. Just move closer. Oh, I'm so glad I'm getting all this hardware back. I wonder, these guys are going to be pretty easy to, like, I'm literally just gonna. That's gonna be really easy. Azure Cloud, I'm sure the prongs cemented themselves upon wearing it. Man, you're talking about the studs. I mean, it is so thick, this one. Oh, you can't see it, I'm sorry. This one is, like, as opposed to some of my other studs, like, my other studs are like junk compared to these guys. I think a friend gave me these. She just didn't have anything else. She couldn't do anything else with it. It's not. There's a flame up there too. Let's not catch this on fire. Oh, that would be a real great way to go out, man. Oh my god. set it on fire at the end of the stream. Oh my god. No, thank you. Oh my goodness. This is, I gotta say, this is pretty therapeutic. It really is. I feel like I'm starting anew and I'm starting better. Like the thing is, I was thinking about this as I was getting ready to do it and telling everybody that I was trashing it. I think a much more sentimental version of myself, like a younger version of myself, would have been very, very upset that I was doing this, that I couldn't have this jacket anymore. But where I am now, I'm like, well, I could always just do it again. Like, that's one thing. I might have told this story before, but it's something that I internalize a lot. It's a memory. It's a thought that I come back to a lot. I have never, blessedly, thankfully, gratefully, never been involved with a major scale fire in my house, or have lost a lot to not even just fire. It could be any kind of wide scale, large scale damage, like water damage, flooding, or any kind of destruction of a home. But there was this project called I think it's called the Burning House Project. It lived on Tumblr for a while. It might still, I don't know. And again, I might be repeating myself because I tell this to people often. The project was, I mean, I think that anybody could do it. And the idea is to take a certain amount of floor space. There might have been a standard, like you could have only filled so much floor space. It's mostly what you can carry, and you take a picture of objects laid out on your floor, things that you could carry if you're running out of the house as your house is burning. What would you take and why? And so you would take a photo of all these things, and then you would write why these were so important to you. And mine, I never actually took a photo, but I think that mine, like thinking about my old childhood house, because that's what when I saw the post and would think about it, I could probably lose everything, but I would be most sad about, well, one, my computer, like my laptop is just so, like we were just talking about a couple minutes ago, detrimental. Like it's so important to my livelihood. Like my entire job is on my laptop, or one of my laptops at least. So definitely packing one of those. But also I have these years of poetry books, of song books that I mean, if we're gonna be real honest, they were all like pop punk or rock songs that I would just write the lyrics to, because I'm not a musician, so I never knew how to write music to them, and therefore they were never turned into songs. But I had all, oh no. I had all of these, I want to say like half a dozen of these writings, and to lose the memory of those, or to lose like the documentation of me growing up, would be incredibly hard on me. I did one time delete an entire Word document of running songs like that, which is again, that's kind of why I was like, oh, that's a burning house. That is a burning house right there. Yeah. Why did I say that? Oh, but when I was realizing that I'd be doing this, I don't know. I didn't get to. I'm more mad that I did all of this work on a cheap jacket that was never going to survive, and I wasn't knowledgeable enough to know that. Like, if I believe somebody and somebody told me, I say if I believe somebody, because sometimes I do things against people's good advice anyways. But if somebody would have told me, hey, that jacket's not going to last you 10 years, and it hasn't, like, this is probably about a little less than a decade that I've had this jacket, and I've been adding on to it ever since. So it's so cool, because so many iterations, like, in fact, I had only started embellishing this jacket when I was doing Rehabilitation of the Hill, and it's in the movie. I went to set one day, and they were trying to pick out a costume for me, and they're like, "Oh, that jacket that you came in, that's like way cooler than what we have." And I'm like, "Okay, but it's my jacket." And I was fine with it at the time, but then thereafter I was like, these are special. These are Jess Paul's jackets. They're not my character's jackets, but whatever. It was fine. You can see in a very early iteration of this when it has like half the studs. Definitely, of course, not any of the paintings or the. I did this painting twice. I don't know if you guys remember, but I had a much lesser version of Tucker on the back. And I redid him because I didn't like him, and I love this version. I was thinking of doing him in a different color, like maybe more of a blue, because whenever people look at him, they think that he's a frog, but he's an alien. And I don't know how to get that across. But I don't want him to be gray because I like color. So I'm really not sure maybe what to do with the next iteration of Tucker. I think I can even think of ways that I would make him even better. Like his finger's not big enough. Like I would want his middle finger like more like in front of his face, like so that it's much bigger. It's like as big as his head. And I definitely love that tongue though. Like it would be more in front of the tongue, it'd be bigger. And maybe I'd do something different with his eyes. Maybe, yeah. We're gonna improve. The color of him though, I'm not quite sure about yet. Haven't decided. Give me suggestions if you want. Let's see what you guys are saying. Okay, Patrick, you said some anime cosplays you do great as. I could do cosplay suggestions on Discord. Go right ahead, Patrick. I have the Discord right in front of me, too. Here's to another decade of the new punk rock jacket. The thing is with this new punk rock jacket, I was telling my dad, leather jackets, genuine leather jackets, they should be lasting decades. So I will be buried with the next iteration of this jacket. Not this one. Now that I think about it, I would not feel comfortable being buried in a cheap-ass, terribly made, expiring in 5 years, plastic jacket from Forever 21, even though it has my art all over it. Hi, Valerie! Welcome to the show! We are taking it apart. Valerie, if you missed the memo, the reason we are taking apart this jacket is because it is falling apart. And I wore it out for the last time on Saturday. But yeah, so talk to that designer. The shop is called, well, maybe I shouldn't say yet, because I don't know if it will work out. I don't know. Like I was vaguely listening to his the consignment deal and stuff like that. I think he said 60-40, but I don't know which way I'd be getting it. Either way, though, like it seemed like some of these jackets, and I believed him. He said this, and I believed him. They would end up on celebrities because that's the kind of store this was. It was like I said, it was a punk rock store in a somewhat trashy part of LA. No, it wasn't trashy. It's like it's eclectic. That's more of a it's punk rock, like a trashy in a good way, trashy in the kind of sense of the word. Because I belonged there. It was fantastic. But yeah, maybe I'll make like a dozen of these kinds of jackets, these one-offs, these incredibly specific designs over the course of my lifetime. It's the only reason I can think of that it was being put out to pasture, yes. And we are going to be, I don't know if I said this to you, Valerie, or if you could guess this, but we will be transferring all of the design on this new genuine leather jacket to a degree. I mean, there's going to be some things. This is so cool too. Like this, again, this piece of shit. These buttons are supposed to have snaps attached to them. There's no snaps here. So I used to have problems with that. And I have so many pockets! So many pockets. I can put lots of stuff in here. And I'll probably put some inner pockets in there for me too. But, yes. Might take the lining out of this. I don't know. Does that sound stupid? The lining is not. No, is the lining? The lining is in this one. Never mind. That sounds stupid. That does sound stupid. But I kind of like, just the bare leather. It probably would really compromise the design, though. I bet it would. This, though, this is missing some lining, I think, in the sleeves, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Yep. It's missing some of the lining of the sleeves because I remember accidentally, like, pinning some of this hardware down, like, pinning the lining in a weird way, and instead of taking the hardware back out, I just ripped the lining out. That's how we do it in punk rock land. Obsessed with the ribbing. That's what it is. I'm like pillowing, quilting, piping, ribbing the rib sleeves. That's right. I'm glad because like this ended up being a really good buy. I showed them another jacket that's cropped but doesn't fit me as well. So that one might go into consignment. Yeah, it's a brand new leather. Well, no, it's not a brand new leather jacket. I bought it secondhand. So that we're not killing more cows. I have 3 of them. It's the 2.0 jacket. That's exactly right. This is the jacket 2.0. Very excited about it. I also, when I was thinking about this ribbing, I don't know if this would be tacky. This was actually when I was thinking I would do, this wouldn't be the duplicate of this jacket, but would be its own separate. So I was thinking, and now I don't know, of doing like every other rib, like a Merlot color, which is my colors. I don't know though. Obviously, like if I'm going to kind of recreate this, we're going to have some of this armor on here. So I might be covering up a little bit of it, to be quite honest with you. Where did you get it? How much? What is the brand new one? So none of my jackets are brand new. They're all secondhand. And I got them from ThreadUp. Not sponsored, but I would take their sponsorship. ThreadUp. Oh, here's where I put all. Okay, that's where I put all my. Yeah. So ThreadUp, secondhand. You could possibly get it on swap.com as well. And each of the jackets that I bought three leather jackets, and I spent a total of $350. So an average to a little bit over $100 for genuine leather. Again, secondhand. So somebody's worn it before, but honestly, this is the thing about what I'm doing here. If you look at this jacket, I haven't found a flaw on it. So whoever had this, like they either didn't wear it a lot or they took really good care of it. Estella Biker, allsaints.com. This is also lamb leather. I got another lamb leather one. Or lambs. Here, I'll show you the third one. I haven't showed you guys that one yet. So here's the third one. This is also lamb's leather, and it's very sheer and thin. Okay, so this was really unique. This one buttons all the way down here. It has just one button. And it's got this beautiful lacing at the sleeves and down here, which I think is absolutely so elegant. I think I was thinking of actually doing something to this jacket, and the only thing that I think I would do would be to ombre, again, wine color up from the bottom, like basically paint the lace ombre and then ombre it up to black. Is that too much? Valerie, I think you have a jacket like that actually, and I like it. So I'm gonna kind of do the same thing with my leather jacket. Maybe. Oh, thank you. Love that detail. Oh my gosh, thank you. Accidentally answered my question. Oh. Oh, Val means it's just Paul New. Obviously. Let's see how many of these. Oh, this one's not easy to unscrew. It must have been one of them that I actually glued on. Because all of these are coming off like super easy. And there were a couple that I was just like, you motherfucker, you're going to keep just falling off. Believe it or not, my thing with your Misty cosplay could die out because the original Pokemon anime with Ash and Pikachu is going to end next month. In April, a new Pokemon anime will start airing. I mean, it could always be in syndication. That's not going to go away forever. You know? But they are actually going to make a new anime, huh? Is that right? But yeah, that is the new story. Guys, I also, the next time you see me, maybe I'm going to have completely different hair. What do you think? I have to say, like, honestly, I might keep this hair around if I cared, but I've tried to audition for other movies and TV with this hair. Nobody likes to cast this hair. Like, I would get cast all the time as a blonde, and I would get auditions at the very least, but nobody likes this blue hair. So we're going to do a very how shall we say, retro style. Did I show you guys last week? If you want to peek at the hairstyle that I'm talking about, look at Rachel Maxey about 6 months ago. I'll show you. Should I? Or should I leave it a surprise? Maybe I should just leave it a surprise like I did the last time. Maybe this time I'll actually like it. Ash is finally retiring. Wowzers. Man, let me think about that. If Ash was like 11 when it came, like, honestly, if it was like real time aging, Ash would be like in his, I want to say his late 30s. Because I think I was the age of the Pokemon Masters when they, like, around the age of the Pokemon Masters when the show was on. Something like that. So let's give this hardware a break, and let's start taking off some of these guys. This will be pretty easy. Wow, that's like too easy. Okay. Because I just threaded them all on. Oh, Valerie, I see a pic that you might recognize. So this is the game. You can see my nails. This is the game card from when we went to a digital arcade, and I never went back because it was great. It was fun for the time, but I was never. I think it was called Electric Circus. Is that right? But I had fun when we were there. This is definitely one of my bank cards. Another Electric Circus piece of the card. Piece of the game card. I have so many guitar picks. This is an entirely other bag. That I just bring it out just because I can doing some guitar picks. I'm definitely going to be putting some of my guitar pick armor on some of the consignment jackets because that is just too cool. But maybe different from whatever I'm going to do. I like my armor. Or maybe I'll just give myself a shoulder. I don't know. There's two designs that I thought of with the guitar pick armor. Obviously, we've got this design where it's like the shoulder pads, the shoulder armor. And then the other design I thought of would be to basically cover like an entire breast, just one, as in like, I think what I'm thinking of is maybe what did Brandon Flowers' feather jacket look like? Is that what I'm thinking of? Brandon Flowers' feather jacket. Valerie. Oh, he had shoulder pads too. I love this jacket. He wore it. I don't know if you guys remember like Day and Age touring, Day and Age like promotion. He wore this jacket freaking everywhere. It's so dope. But there's also another thing that you could do where you could like basically, like I said, just kind of cover one side and it'd be like a shotgun kickback. Like that would be what that jacket is made for, like what it's doing there. Got my liquid snacks over here. Honestly, I do feel like 10 times better than I did this morning, which is great. Got a lot of things to do this week. Boss is coming in for a convention. I want to visit. Oh, let me show you. You want to see, to break it up. R.I.P. Old Jacket. R.I.P. Misty Obsession. It's truly a night for turning the page. Oh, that's great. Patrick says 2 new protagonists named Liko and Roy will succeed Ash and Pikachu. As pains me to say it, but I'll have to accept that your Misty cosplay is now just a memory. Who knows what you'll do for Halloween? Who knows, Patrick? I just might. Is the jacket that... Yes, it is, Valerie. We looked at that one. We took off all of the pins in the beginning. Adorable. Oh, to break up some of this, I should probably finish this. All right, let me finish this. I can show you guys what kind of fake food I've been working on. Because I made some cute stuff. I always love showing off the fake food. Whenever they're like, oh, Jess has a certain hobby, and then somebody will be like, oh, what's your hobby? And I'm just sitting there like, I can't wait to show you. Like a crazy person. I feel like I put so many guitar picks on these shoulders, but it never was as impactful as I wanted it to be. Like I feel like I should put twice as many guitar picks on the next time, is what I'm saying. To make, like, because I mean, if we do take a look at it, like those are big ass shoulder pads. Like those take up a lot of room, a lot of space. Somebody looked at these closely. They're like, wait, are those credit cards? And I'm like, yep, I've got my own pick puncher. Oh, I love that thing. I bought it twice. That company has my money. Take my money! If you ever want to get one yourself, Pelham Pick Puncher. I'm sure there's one on Amazon. There's many on Amazon, I'm sure. Like, it's the coolest thing. Okay, to break up some. I'm going to take this off actually. We're taking all the patches off for sure. But after this, I'm going to show you some fake food. I'm sorry to keep you in suspense. How do I get this on here? Okay. Tiny little stitches. Tiny little scratches. Wow, that was tiny. Jeez, Jess. It was hand stitched too. Okay. We can do this safely. This is my American Eagle Retoucher's patch. I love it. So proud of it. It is coming with me. Oh, holy crap. Oh, this will be a great demonstration, actually. Oh, my God. Wow. You're not seeing this. Wait a minute. Take a look at this. This is the perfect demonstration. Oh my God. So this is what it used to look like, because this has been protected for years. So this is what the original, I guess you can, the front's not that different. Well, that's the original pleather. And then everything around it is peeling and raw and paint. Just, oh my God. You're blowing up my Discord. Thank you. I'll look at leather jacket stuff. I'll take it, girl. I'll take it. And that's my retoucher patch. So yeah, that's the preserve spot. Exactly as their cloud. Yes. In 2023, also turned the page in terms of windows. Scary just thinking about it. I'm sorry for the Misty thing until now, Jess. I hope my new cosplay suggestions I'll post on Discord will make up for it. No need to apologize, Patrick. I'm always game for the best memories that you guys have of my videos. I will take it. The thing is, like, I wouldn't do. I love the red piping. I love this color detail that I wouldn't want to leave it. Like, I really, like, some things will stay, some things will change for sure. Including a change possibly, like, the pattern of these studs. It's kind of cool that they're all varying, because what I don't know if you guys remember this, but, like, so originally I just had the screw studs, I think. And then, but as time went on, I wanted to collect more. So, like, I wanted to fill it up to make it look even more punk. So I put more studs in, but they were all different kinds. And I guess that's something that adds to the creativity of it. Maybe when people see it, they're like, wait, it's studs, but they're all different. Maybe. I forget that they're all different until I really look at it. And, like, some are round, some are pyramids, some are like triangles, like some are like they're all different, and that's quite unique. I don't think I've ever seen that. Oh, Crucifixens is a band. Where do you see Crucifixens? Is it a band? It's a song. Yeah, losing computer stuff can be devastating. Glad you have been able to recover, Patrick, and hope you are in a better place now, technology wise. Yeah. Got my coffee, so I'm ready to go all night. We'll see how long we spend. I guess this will be. Oh, right. I got all that off. Now I'm going to show you some fake food. Okay, so I do not know if I've ever done a pie quite like this. I have done a half-eaten cherry, but I don't think I've ever done a half-eaten apple. What do you guys think? What do you think that looks like? Is that delicious or what? And tell me also, do you think that the inside looks too yellow? I've been considering that I might be able to warm it up, orange it down, make it a little bit more like brown sugar, but let me know what you think. In the contest I won, you sent me a crucifix and only flash pin. Yeah, that was definitely my my ex's band. So so that's very, very personal things from my life. But yeah, this is my apple pie. Oh, that looks scrumdiddly. I'm just yay. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, this is the pie, and let's see here. I also have some apple pie pieces. Yum. This whipped cream isn't. This can come off, but we got that apple pie. Yum, yum, yum. Little piece. If you're feeling just a little bit peckish. Yum. Maybe she glanced over your question on purpose. No, that's fine. I mean, yeah, I was taking. I had a big pin and sticker collection, so and really not much to do with it as our cloud. So you got a little bit of my little collection there, and yeah, that was definitely my ex's band. So enjoy it. That's funny. That is special, though. You've got a lot of really unique items there as our cloud. Because I don't know if that band ever went anywhere. God, that pie makes me hungry. Oh, I'm so glad! Wait, I've got another pie, too. This one is not finished yet. Ooh, it's still wet. It's still, like, gooey. So we've got... Wow, it's really whitening it out. But that's my lemon meringue. Sorry, it's blown it out. There we go. There you go. And so we will be browning the top so that it's nice and toasty, like lemon meringue. Yum. That is so funny. I didn't expect to be seeing this. That is really crazy. Okay, I got most of the screws off of this side. It's gonna be a lot. I kind of want to finish it tonight. Maybe you guys can stick on if you want. Maybe yeah. But I think I'll finish it on stream. Oh, it's only 7:30. Ed had the idea that maybe I cut out Tucker in particular and frame him. That's not a bad idea. I'm curious what this is going to look like after all the hardware's off. Like if it's like going to be even anything worth looking at, if it's just going to be like, I don't know. The cold medicine's wearing off. And I don't know if that edible did anything, really. I'm concerned. Did I waste my money? Ooh, late night pie and coffee would be killer right now. Oh my god, that does sound so good! That sounds so good. At a diner just philosophizing about the mysteries of the universe while your cheeks are full of apples, cherries, and blueberries. Dude, I was actually saying to my boss today. I said to my boss, I said, Jen, if I go to heaven, I'm gonna be running a retro diner in the sky. That'll be my heaven. I don't even know if I would actually like running a diner. I don't know, but it seems very fantastical to me. It'd be a nice time. You have to go to bed. I keep watching you on my phone while I fall asleep. Oh, Luke, thank you for always being here. And man, just like being on the other side of the world. I appreciate all of you guys that tune in from wherever you are, because it's magic. This is magic. 30 years ago, this would be magic. Okay. All come together from all the different sides of the planet. Alejandra says, I look like a doll in this goth outfit, which is exactly the thing I was going for. Thank you so much. I love that compliment. I am a gothic doll. I will take it. I will take it. Azure Cloud says, I treasure your collection you sent me, so if you ever become famous, I can be like, yeah, I knew Jess since her college days and have this awesome collection. No one else in the world has a collection like that, Azure Cloud, I have to say. It was a very personal treat, and I'm really glad that you have it, and it couldn't have gone to anyone better. I'm glad. I mean, except for all you guys, I guess. You win the next contest. I do still have some Rec Radio stickers left over. Yeah, not quite as much as all that fun stuff. Oops. But I have Brewhouse. Did I give you a DVD? Is there or yeah, like did I have? I would have had DVDs at that point. Did you get a DVD of Brewhouse? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I was giving them away or if they fit in the box. Man, this is just one shoulder. And I need twice as much as that to be happy, I think. I wonder if there's an easier way to get those on. No, you have to do it one by one. I remember going through this dilemma last time. I'm like, can I just should I glue them all together? It's like, no, they have to be individually sewn on there so that as your shoulders move, you have complete freedom and they can move with you. So I guess we're gonna have to do it the hard way. One by one. Maybe I'll even start, I don't know if we'll have time or if anybody else will be on, but maybe something to do would be to start painting the piping on the new jacket. That would be something to do. If not eventually. I mean, obviously, when I'm going to be making these, like, consignment jackets, they're going to be, like, at least, I'm assuming over $1,000 each, looking at this one costume designers that basically I'd be selling my stuff in. Like, man, what a dream. Never had a piece of my art go for that much. Again, I'm being very pie in the sky right now. I have no idea if I'm going to be able to consign the jackets that I make at a price like that. But I'm kind of that Saturday when I was filled with snot, despite all of the Claritin D and the Zyrtec, I was very reinvigorated about my creative future. It really brought me a lot of excitement in a way that I haven't felt in a little bit. Other stuff that came with it were random, like, monster stickers 4-pack. Well, those were my monsters, my characters. This guy, Norton. And no, where's the other one? I have the stickers too, and those are my monsters that I drew. Those are the basically like the art pieces that are going to be on these jackets. Let's see. Just a poster, okay. So we didn't get any movie. Well, next one I'll definitely. I think that I didn't know if I was allowed to send out the DVDs because they weren't for anybody else but our backers, the people that got that tier. And we were going to be making real DVDs someday, like printing through the distributor, which I guess we did. But I have like, I don't know, like a dozen of them at my house. What am I going to do with those? I remember my ex saying one time, like when he met George Romero, which he worked on those films, some of his films. George Romero one time like just had a bunch of hoodies just laid out on his table in his house, and my ex came in and he's just like, pick a hoodie, because I have it. Maybe I'll be like that one day. maybe when I have a table somewhere, I'll just bring a bunch of my merch and be like, here, I'll sign this, just have it, just take it. I did that one time. I went to a horror convention. This was so funny and cute. This was such a wholesome thing. It was a really odd horror convention. It was actually not a horror convention. It was more like, what would that be? Like a paranormal cryptid and UFO convention. Like all of those things were there, and anything that falls vaguely under that umbrella. And it was out in the sticks. Like it wasn't in a major city. It was like in a town. And I brought my headshots to sign for people, even though no one would know me, nobody would recognize me, but that's what you do when you go to a convention. And so people would meet me, again, not knowing who I was. Here's the edible. It's just they didn't know who I was, but they saw that I was an actor, so they're like, so these headshots, these signatures, do they cost anything? I'm like, no. And they're like, all right, yeah, I'll get a signed headshot of you. Maybe when it will cost money, it'll be worth something someday. I thought that was, and the thing is, so like I printed out, I want to say like, I don't know, 20 headshots or 25 or something like that. Gave them all away, signed them all. That's really wholesome. Like it's not for the reason that would normally be something to be proud about, but I don't know. I thought it was really cute. They're like, yeah, sure. Shoot, you would have gone if you knew. It's actually, if you were in to folksy, backwoods, like weird stuff like that, which I am, it was quite the place to be. It was in a small town. It was in the middle of nowhere. It took me like, I had to like spend over $100 on Uber to get there. It was cool. It was really cool. And I mean, you met the craziest of people. Like I took a walk around to all the booths, and there was just a plethora of different insights. I think this is the one that will not come out. Okay. I think I have a lot of these big guys, but why not have more? Oh man, I just tore the jacket apart to get this guy out. These are some strong ass studs. Very grateful for them. My friend gave them to me, I'm pretty sure. She didn't have anything to do with them, and I'm like, well, I definitely would use those. No, I smell food. I don't know where it's coming from. The Viper Room. That's another story. So I saw a lot of friends at the Viper Room. It was really nice because I finally, after I'm going on 4 years living here. Wow. That's crazy. I've found my people here, and I at some point was sitting downstairs waiting to wish my friend happy birthday. And there was another band. There were bands upstairs in the main room, and then there was an even smaller room downstairs where like it was so crowded and small that I couldn't see over the people to actually see the performer. So at some point a bunch of people got up from these, tufted leather couches, like like you would assume the Viper room to have, like these red tufted leather couches. And they're like, "Oh, seat opened up." So me and my friend sat down. And from where I was sitting, it was so interesting because I was having a good night, I was having a good time, and I'm just popped an edible and just like chilling. And from where I'm sitting on these leather couches, it hooks around and across the room, right, like direct line of sight, I can see what I am understanding to be the singer sitting on these leather couches that's like an L shape from me. So like I'm sitting on one end of the L, it turns, and then he's sitting on the other end of the L, and I can see directly across the room to him. I think that he's the singer because he's holding a microphone, like a professional microphone that's plugged in and everything, or I think it was plugged in, maybe it wasn't. And he's sitting there and he's mouthing every single word. But as I was watching him, I'm like, oh, I have a view of the singer. He's sitting right on these couches across from me. And then as I continue to watch him, I realize he would move the microphone away from his mouth every so often, but the music was still going on. So therefore, if I'm understanding correctly, there was still another musician, because he didn't really, like, he was definitely on the timing of the singer, but he didn't have the same energy that you would assume he should have. And I was like, wow, he's really calm for being so passionate. And so I'm realizing, like, this guy is holding a professional microphone and he looks like he's with the team. Oh, I think I screwed that one up. But he's not the singer singing what I'm listening to right now. I was really confused and continue to be confused. Actually, the mystery is never solved. I think I screwed that one up. I think you have to be a little bit more careful because I don't know if that will go into a jacket. Unless I force it, I guess. Man, there are a lot of these little studs, and these take a little while to put on. Obviously, they take a little while to get off. Let's do the other side of these good old. Come closer, why don't you? Let's take off the second wing. Again, very easy. Looking at your monsters, Jess, I can truly say your art is unique. Thank you so much. Unique is the only goal I've ever had. So I really, really, really appreciate that more than you could possibly know. I think that's going to be the power behind anything that I continue to put out in my life. That, like, I don't know if all of my art, my films, my acting, my maybe eventually music one day, I don't know if it will always be the best at whatever it's being. But I at least hope that it will be unique. Because what else can you ask for? Yeah, I think if I end up being a band that accidentally sounded like somebody else, I would be very disappointed. Like, I do think a lot about, like, if I had the time to hone any kind of skill or talent at music, like what kind of project I'd like to do. And I have an idea. But if I could ever execute it, who the heck knows? But after, like, being on Rex Radio and watching so many of my favorite bands for so many years, you gotta, I mean, like, whether you're a musician or not, you have to have some of these kinds of musings about, like, if you had a band who had all the money in the world, who was able to make a dent, like what kind of art would you like to put out there? Like if you could influence the amount of people that like 30 seconds to Mars could influence, what would you influence them to think or do or aspire to? I obviously think about it sometimes. I guess I would, only express all of my own ideas and opinions and leave them at just that. But I also hope that, kind of like in my acting, something that I try to do, like one of my goals in my acting is to make people feel something else, make people feel what I'm feeling. Isn't that what music and art and acting is all about? I would say so. I think when it comes to rock, people will always try to compare you to other bands. Yeah, I feel bad for every single female band after Paramore. Oh, so you play pop punk music, and you are a girl, so kind of like Paramore, right? Oh, poor girls. Paramore's back, guys. Our bands are back. Gosh, Fall Out Boy, Panic's gone. Did you get the memo? Panic is technically retiring. Wow, that's pretty cool. I can't. I did that with paint. I guess I. Oh yeah, MCR too. That's right. Oh my gosh, the whole band is back together. What do you think, guys? Should we take a crack at this side? Look at how beautifully I spaced that side out. Actually, pretty proud of that, because it's all pretty much eyeballing at the end of the day. Okay, looks like we're gonna have to get in there. I thought I'd need rubber gloves, but I guess I don't. It wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. Well, tell me, guys, like if you've been listening to the new music by, the bands that have been coming back, they've had their rest. Now they're ready to make more music. Like, what are some of your favorite tracks or favorite of the bands that have been coming out with new music? Fall Out Boy had, what is their new song called? Switch to the other audio library. in a day if it's stuck in my head. Really, girl? Ooh. I put it into my shuffle and I'm basically just it's pretty catchy. There have definitely been some newer Fall Out Boy songs that have gotten the earworm from. Like also on the tip of my tongue, Novocaine, right? Novocaine. Is that a song that Fall Out Boy did? I'm pretty sure. Honestly, with DMCA being so strict, I don't have the time to listen to new music unless it's at a concert. I'm always watching a stream or Netflix, a recording for voice acting. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I totally understand. I mostly listen to my music like, well, I walk a lot, and whenever I walk, I'm listening to music. I walk to all of my errands. I also put my headphones in whenever I'm in a car going somewhere because I take a lift. And I do listen to music like when I'm winding down and cooking meals. I have a little radio, a little speaker in my kitchen, and I'll put my Spotify on. And when I'm out and about and I learn about a new band, I'll like add like 5 of their songs to my shuffle, and then like they'll go into the mix and I'll see if I like them. And if they don't fit, then they get kicked out. Azure Cloud says, "Oh yeah, I kind of live like a hermit. Hermit life. Concerts is the way of getting me out of the house. I do love me a good concert, and it does get me out of the house." Oh my god, I am so excited. All Them Witches is coming to my town. I'm so excited. I forget if it's in March or May, but that's one of the next shows that I definitely want to see. And Placebo as well. I don't know if I'm going to see Placebo. I don't know. Honestly, and this is sad, but it sometimes is very venue dependent. Like, I don't know if I necessarily want to sit down to see a rock show kind of thing. I love me a standing room. Love me a standing room. You can go see the Pretty Reckless in Orlando. They are playing with Jumpsuit Apparatus. Wow! And Breaking Benjamin? Nuh-uh. So those guys are all coming back too. That's from the same era. They're all coming back. I guess they don't go away because I mean, all of our parents' favorite bands, like the big ones, are still around, right? For the most part. Like they'll continue to make music. Why not? Why not? It's just so weird because I like, especially with Paramore, the songs I'll give you a very, very cursory review of what I think about the Paramore songs. And maybe I'm not giving them enough credit, but like the song subjects seem really obvious. Like, I don't know. I feel like the topics that their new songs are covering are like they would have been really deep if I was 16 years old. Like they didn't. I don't know. Is that really too judgmental? Because everybody, like all 3 of them, would have continued to grow and evolve. So I don't know why the songs are so simple. And again, maybe I'm not. Maybe it go like the subjects and the like the lyrics go deeper than I am. I mean, I'm probably judging them way too much, but that's just kind of my initial, like, hearing some of the most recent, like, Out of Time, This Is Why. What other songs are on this album that I've heard of? The News, and Say, okay, I gotta stop. I don't know. I don't think I Okay, listen. I want some good reviews of the Paramore songs. Tell me if you like some of these Paramore songs and or which ones are your favorite. And I feel bad. I feel bad, but like, man, I haven't really understood. I like This Is Why the most. I like the video. It was not much of anything. I liked it because it had quite a groove to it, but her dancing in the video made it feel so much more different than if I would have, like, I think I listened to the song first and then I saw the video. I'm like, oh, that's how you're supposed to dance to it. I was like, oh, okay, I like that. But the other ones, they just seem very simplistic in their subject matter. And I'm like, are we still in high school? But maybe I'm being too, like, the news. And again, maybe I should be looking at the lyrics a little bit deeper because maybe I'm getting this cursory initial reaction. But the news, she says in the song, like, I don't want to hear it, but like I don't want to hear all the bad news and everything. Like, shut my ears, blah blah blah. And that's what she's kind of saying, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm remembering correctly from the first and only time that I listened to it. And I'm like, isn't that a little ignorant? Shouldn't we kind of all be finding at least some news? Like, I mean, if not like Fox or CNN, like, shouldn't we all be aware of what's going on? Is that the right message to send? I get the sentiment that, like, maybe like everybody's lying or there's lots of noise or it's very bad on our mental health, but I don't know. I think a better message to send is make sure you know what's going on. Was never a Paramore fan. I was more into Evanescence, who is still around. Oh yeah, they're still around too. Lacuna Coil. Yes, okay. I've never seen Breaking Benjamin live, so that's going to be a first week. I have seen. Wait, no. I think I'm mixing them up with another band. Is there a pop rock band that are brothers? I feel like that's a different band. Like Joel. What band is that? That's not Breaking Benjamin. I don't know that. I don't know as much Breaking Benjamin, to be honest. Who am I thinking of? It's on the tip of my tongue again. And my nose is getting stuffy. My nose is like, oh, I've had enough of you. You did not take enough cold medicine for this. Damn, whoa. Oh, I never meant to brag, but I got him where I want him now. Yeah, she's still bringing it. Yeah. Good Charlotte. Ah, yeah, Zircon, you got it. That's who I'm thinking of. Good Charlotte. That's not the same band. That's not the same band as Breaking Benjamin. I now know the difference between them now that I've got the other one in my sights. That's right. It's so funny. Like, I was literally, I was the host of a music show, yet I couldn't even listen to like every single band in my same genre. Just, I don't know. There's so many. Good band though. I don't know either of them barely. Man, it's got sleeves too. We're gonna have to do this in a two-parter because this is getting redundant. Let's see here. Put you over here. Okay, so this piping's a little bit different. So, give me your opinion with this guy. So, here is our trim. This is a good example of what it's going to be. Do you think that I should paint this edge or only the piping in between those two stitches? Should I go all the way around here and make it all red, like a whole red edge, or just paint inside the lines? Not sure. I guess what I could do, that would be a really easy way to solve that, is to do the inside of the lines first and see how I like it, and then just paint the rest on the outside. This is a pretty dope ass jacket, I have to say. Pretty dope. You saw Stone Temple Pilots last year. They were good. Ooh, Stone Temple Pilots. That's a pretty legendary classic band there. Forgive me. I am now struggling to breathe. My nose is so clogged. Okay. So I would have to prepare these first, take the sheen off, but what are... You can hear it. Yeah, it's coming. It's closing up my sinuses. All right. I think I want to do this. Let me kind of push this to the side. I'm gonna lose it all. Okay, so first thing that we're gonna do. Where are you? There you are. Let me put this over here. Okay. This is leather preparer and deglazer. Now, I already spilled some. I do not know if there is a glaze on here, but I mean, it's such a nice, soft. Let me not saturate that so much. But I think I am at least going to disrupt the surface in case that there is, so that my paint will stay on forever. And I guess I gotta do both sides. Oh, I guess it does have a bit of a something on the outside. I guess my real other leather jacket used to bleed like that as well. Okay. Should I do the whole thing? Yeah. While we're here, otherwise I would literally have no idea what I have done and what I haven't. So I'm basically just, if nothing else, just disrupting the surface of this leather. I did it with the pleather, but this is more necessary. I guess on the pleather, basically just cleaned it, but it was basically plastic. I don't even know if I was helping it in any way. Sorry, a little ASMR. Did I get this part? I don't know how much I came up. Oh no. Such a dramatic thumbnail. Oh yes. What's it gonna be like when we deglaze all of the leather? You're hi Squirrelland. That's you, Squirrelland. I thought that was a Zercloud. I'm like, what thumbnail are we talking about? Yes. It's so dramatic. Right now we are preparing a leather jacket, and we're gonna paint it up a little bit tonight. We're going to do a little bit of something on the new jacket. I have to. But yes, so Squirrelland, you missed the party. But we definitely were taking apart one of my prized possessions. And now we are basically going to transfer the most of that onto a much higher quality product. And I guess I'm really marrying this jacket because just like my other one, it took a lot of time to get that to where it was. So I guess I've decided that this jacket is good enough. And I will be... the thing is about my old jacket, I would add to it, just year after year. It took me quite a while to kind of finish that project. So it is kind of sad to see it go and to see all that hard work kind of expired. But I am really excited about doing a much higher quality job now that I understand how this works a little bit. I've also got, so basically I have maybe like 3 other jackets over there that I'm going to be working on to consign. All a little different, but honestly, somebody's got to want them in this world. I've got a leather bomber jacket that is again genuine leather. These are all genuine something. And the leather bomber jacket is great. Oh my gosh, it has this beautiful brown finish. It's kind of worn in, but it just, a bomber jacket just not a good cut on me. I just don't like that particular cut of clothing. I much more like the biker silhouette, or even a shift silhouette, like a straight down silhouette. But I didn't care for the bomber kind of boxiness. At least the bomber I have seems boxy. Did I do this yet? No, this is the other one. This is the alternative side. But I've got a brown bomber that I'm going to be painting. I have that other, we all looked at a cropped biker jacket, female, small. And then I have a dark denim jacket. So not leather, but it is still a great candidate to be embellished upon. Ugh. I hope I'm getting enough to glaze off. I wonder if this has any guide. Apply product to a cotton pad or cloth, then wipe article to remove factory finish. Rotate cloth pad frequently for best results. Wipe the excess from the product and allow a few minutes to dry before application of product. Okay. So I guess this is how I donate to a charity. Oh, yes. Thank you so much, Cloud. Thank you so much for mentioning that, because I had a banner and everything and I completely forgot. This is all charity, all of the super chats and super stickers, 50% of them, honestly, the whole thing, it won't be the whole thing. I usually say 50%. I might as well just say 100. We'll go to Syria, and this particular Syrian American Medical Society Foundation. They are helping right now, of course, in the earthquakes that are happening as well. So not only Syria, but it's the surrounding countries. And I thought that this would have been the best case scenario for a charity to donate to. So if you would like to donate to a charity, you can please put it in the super chat. You can send me a super chat and I'll donate on behalf of all of us, which I very much appreciate. So I think that I can actually paint this. I hope that I kind of want to go over it really well. I'm scared I didn't get enough off. I'll do this. I'm gonna wipe it down one last time before I apply the paint. Oh, I'm already running out of deglazer. That's a problem. So maybe we can't do all the piping anyways. So I think I'm just gonna do tonight the lapels. Yeah, I'm gonna do the lapels. And this is what I started with on the old jacket as well. It was just the lapels, or at least just the red piping. And then I think I added the stud, like some of the initial studs. And then from there it was history. I mean, I think that I built the jacket in front of you guys to a pretty big capacity. I remember that we did the guitar picks together. We definitely painted Tucker at least one of the times on there. Don't fall. Gotta go get the red. Now, I have red, but I also have like... This is going to be a bitch. Okay. This looks like a great paintbrush. Okay. What side did I just clean? Was it this side? I think it was. Let's hope. Was it? I think so. Was it though? Oh man. Let's clean it 3 times. I do not want this peeling off on me. I would be so mad. Okay. God. Now, I was thinking, should I paint it full cherry red? Or should I mix a little bit of Merlot in there? Or a little bit of, yeah. This is definitely too dark, but I'm wondering if I should kind of make it darker than the last. Or should it stand out like that one? I kind of think it would be slightly more sophisticated if I went with just a slightly darker red. Like, again, another detail change to the 2.0 jacket, you know? So I'm going to remember what this mix really looks like, because I'm going to have to mix it again, I guess. I'm going to put about, so we've got this big, oh, you can't, that's not better. Okay, we got some red here, and I think I'm going to just put like half. Let's see what half looks like when I mix it around. Where's, oh. I think that's what I want. I think that's what I want. So maybe like 60-40. Okay. Let's see what this color ends up looking like. And I think I'm not going to stay inside the lines. I know that I'm going to want more coverage, more color. So let's just do this. I wonder if I painted it twice now that I think about it. And I'm wondering how I would have had to get it that bright red, because this is already, it's kind of transparent. Okay, well now I'm thinking I should just go all the way red and just do less layers. Too late now though, I guess. Stay in the lines. Stay in the lines. I know you're a punk, but can you be a neat punk? It looks really bright on screen, but it's I must have done the trim twice on the other one, because I think this is gonna turn out pretty streaky. It smells so good. I just like the smell of leather. Is that weird? Twinsies. It's already reminding me of my other jacket. Man, I'm trying to think about how this new jacket with all of its wonderful like lining and everything, and how I wonder if these screws, how much will I have to travel? Not too much actually, at least on that part. There seems to be a lot of layers there. Let's see what I think about that. What I can do. Well, that looks pretty nice. I mean, it's not as bright as the other one, which I kind of dig. But it's also pretty opaque now that I've just kind of gone over it a couple times. It's kind of going back and forth as it begins to dry. Just push the paint around. All right. I dig. It works. Now what? It has to dry. Is it dry? Not 100% probably. Yeah. So I guess we're gonna have to put some new fake band names, on these new jackets. I'm so mad at myself because I was just home for the holidays and I forgot to. I didn't forget. Like I thought, oh, I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do it. Whatever. Or I don't need it. And I didn't look to go find, or I was looking through these books, but I didn't look to go find my old band names. Like I used to keep a list of band names when I was in high school of bands that I could name. And I think some of them are represented like on the my army jacket. But yeah, digging the red. Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's pretty uniform. It's pretty bold. You look too close. You might have skipped the line a little bit, but that's fine. It's a punk jacket. Still a little tacky. I honestly think it will take a little while before it's not. But yeah. What were we saying? Okay. Dig the red. Okay, man, I feel like I remember you streaming the painting of the lining of the old jacket. This is like a blast from the past. I know, like, this is technically starting all over, and I feel good about it. I'm really not upset. It's not a bad feeling. I feel like I'm upgrading so much more than what I had before. And I'm glad we went with this jacket. Honestly, maybe some of this piping will really help me with my scales, to be quite honest. This will put them in a line, which I didn't really think of until right now. Like, I can't believe how perfect that is. And I think I'm really gonna, like, honestly, I'm gonna be real honest with myself, like, cover not all the way down, but cover mostly, like, all of that from my fingers to my fingers, like, all in scales, in guitar pick scales, because that's just too cool. Too cool. And nobody ever thinks too, oh, maybe they have, and I'm just not giving anybody credit, but like, you can if you don't like, if you have a guitar pick collection or you make guitar picks, you can paint them any color you want as well. Okay, watch what you're doing with this. It's still tacky, which is good. That means it's, taking its time to cure. But yeah, that looks darn good. Fuck yeah. Good start. I hope it's good enough I can just put it down on the table, because I really want to do the other side.
This is, I don't know if this is therapeutic for you, but it's therapeutic for me. Ah, that is just the perfect color too. I think that it looks much more red in the monitor than it does in real life. Because that looks like a true red, but it's actually like a dark tomato. And it's still tacky. I really shouldn't be touching it right now, but thanks, William. I'm glad. Are you gonna do stripes again underneath the ribbing? I'm gonna do the stripes. Stripes. Stripes of what? On the last one I had. Oh yes, the stripes. Oh, I know what you mean. Like the yellow kind of caution sign stripes. Yeah, I really liked that aspect of it. I thought it looked really cool. I thought it was like, don't come near me if the spikes weren't saying it enough. So I really did dig it. But yeah, this is the start of the new jacket. It's so minimal, but we made a start, didn't we? I think that's a good amount of project for the night. Thank you guys for coming to the funeral and the rebirth all in one. Like, honestly, I've got all the therapy I need for quite a while. Thank you guys for always joining me every single week. I do appreciate it. It feeds my creative juices, and you allow me to be creative with an audience, with an audience of friends. So thank you. Good night, guys. Peace, love, rock and roll.